Next up, we got HHHXXX ViciousKid playing as the blue nod against UncleDJ playing as the gold nod on Tournament Desert. ViciousKid known for going mass buggies in most of his matchups. UncleDJ I think is currently in a battle for first, second place along with AOD, so we should see some good moves from him. Both players going with the insta deploy, opening with power plant into racks. Both players. We'll be seeing refineries coming out. In terms of what we would tend to see is possibly 3 ref on the starting field, crawl over 2 ref here, and same here from DJ, 3 ref, 2 ref over here. DJ tends to go, from what I've seen in this map, 5 ref, 2 strip, and then sell straight away, and then push all in. Vicious, I'm not as sure how he'll play it. I'd probably imagine very similar. Not sure if he'll go all in early enough against DJ. He'll probably stall it for a little bit before deciding to do it, but we'll see. DJ opting to use a silo here to get his third ref spaced out a little bit. Meanwhile, Vicious just slapping down the 3 refs. He doesn't care for the spacing. The spacing can make a big difference in this map again, because this is such a long field. It can help if you try and put things between your buildings. It's also nice for the AI pathing, but this seems to be working okay for Vicious. So he's got the 3 ref. Expect to see the strip on this side. Players tend to use it for the crawl because it's so long, and get them over towards here faster. So we see 3 ref here. DJ likely needing to get a power plant up. Same for Vicious, but it looks like they've both gone for the strip first. In terms of vision, you can see DJ's got pretty damn good vision on the map. Vicious is not bad. DJ's definitely better. So we see the strip coming down roughly the same time for both players. Both players in low power. Power plant there for Vicious, power plant there for DJ. Making the way towards the other tip fields, using a silo crawl. You need a silo here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're seeing Vicious move out with the buggy force that he currently has. He is ahead in terms of buggy count versus DJ. DJ seems a bit slow off the mark here. He is opting to try and take out this. Oh, don't lose this, Vicious. Being forced to slap down the ref in an awkward position. Because if he didn't do this, then he would have lost the crawl and have to do this all over again. That's well played by DJ. The early aggression, good positioning, enables him to delay that crawl from Vicious. Vicious, however, not taking it lightly. He's coming down along the left-hand flank, trying to do some damage while also attacking on the right-hand flank. We're seeing DJ currently now ref ahead. This positioning is going to hurt Vicious as the game goes on. But now we're seeing 5 refs from both players. Looks like DJ is going to get a second strip up, and I'd say watch out for the time between he gets a second strip up and the time he all ends. If he does, this is just an educated guess, having watched some of DJ's other games recently. Vicious losing his ref here, he's not really paying attention. He was trying to just jump straight down the center, not going to work. DJ coming up along the left hand side though as well, so this is baiting Vicious to bring all of his units over here, whereas DJ can now go and attack in here unharmed. Vicious, not known really for splitting his buggies, tends to move them all in one massive group, which is bit him in the ass here a little bit. So DJ exploited that well. Gets the ref and pull out. Neither player have gotten their second strip down yet. Would expect to see it soon. If not, they're just going to be massing buggies with 1 strip for quite a while. There's a second strip from DJ. Vicious still doesn't have a second strip. And there's the Conyard cell almost straight after it went down. No surprise there. And we're seeing Vicious has gotten his second strip down. Will he get the Conyard cell? Because he's currently out of cash, he's not going to be able to use the production speed, the 2 facilities on that low cash. And there's the cell. So yeah, DJ got his strip first, he got the cell first. Vicious trying to get this ref. Looks like he might get it, but he's losing so many buggies by targeting this building and not the actual units. Vicious pulling back. You see here, DJ tried to go for a little counter attack on the left hand side while that was going on, but Vicious pulled back to knock it out of action. While that's happening, DJ is now going on the right hand side. And he's also sending these forces along the left. So Vicious, DJ very much in this game is just basically playing back and forth, left, right. Whereas Vicious is finding himself caught out of position multiple times. He's now split his army, but it might be a little too late. And we're going to see, while Vicious is busy dealing with this, DJ is exploiting the fact he's not paying attention and trying to come in through the center, but Vicious has got units here, so he's going to try hold it off. Interesting to note, DJ's being the aggressor here and actually pushing into this tip field, whereas Vicious hasn't really done that at all this match towards DJ's tip field here. At this point, yeah, DJ's going to have to potentially retreat this, but he's using the cover here to get better control and better fire. Again, we're seeing a couple of bikes mixed into the armies here from DJ, where of course, as I mentioned earlier, Vicious has just gone pure buggies. It's definitely not helping his case. Looks like Vicious is going to take this battle. Might take this one too if DJ's not careful. Nice. It's pretty close. And DJ now, or Vicious now, going to take control of this tip. He needs to go and take out those refs while he's dealing with this. And DJ panicking, getting his units over here to try and deal with this. Needs to stop firing on the harv now and fire on the units. Needs to focus on the units. Losing too many units for nothing here. Gets the harv. Is it worth it? Probably, but like this ref has just fucked him so much. Sending 4 or 5 units down the middle to try and get the power plant here was a valiant effort, but DJ saw it coming. So yeah, Vicious has his units in good defensive positions now. Would have been better to have them there earlier, but this is all good. You'll bring these 4 back to here and then use these units to hold this. DJ's gone straight down the middle. Vicious has ran his units past him. So DJ very much doing to Vicious what Vicious was just trying to do to DJ, snipe the power plant. Not sure if that's knocked him low power, but that will be crippling for the production speed if so. Neither player have the cash at the moment to support 2 strips, so wouldn't be surprised to see them opt to sell their second strip pretty soon. DJ going heavily in here on the side, whereas Vicious needs to be pressuring in here if he's doing this. Spending too much time trying to micro and deal with the aggression here, and not enough being offensive on the left. Gonna lose the harv here, but he's also going to get one in exchange. It's a worthwhile change. Vicious eating that up, so there's no longer any eco on the left hand side for DJ, so Vicious is definitely ahead now. Doesn't want to lose this harv though, because we'll just even it up. So needs to hold the line. Nice. He's attacking in here. Doesn't necessarily need to attack this until he's consolidated his army into one force. So this is good. This is really good. Looking good for Vicious. Just needs to not focus on structures and focus on units when they attack into him. He can afford to bring his armies back and just bring them all into one death ball. Like, look at all the units that Vicious has in the field right now compared to DJ, because DJ's lost all the eco over here. Vicious has gone all the way in. He's managed to pick off the power plant that he wanted earlier. We're seeing that DJ did sell his second strip. Vicious still has his, so he should really consider selling that, get the extra 1k back from it. But Vicious now consolidating all his forces in the center. Vicious has the better army, but this isn't going to trade favorably. It's going to be tight. Vicious coming out on top here. He's going to get the power. Is this going to cripple DJ's production if he survives this? Yeah, looks like Vicious is going to take this one. Damn. Nicely played, Vicious, even with the badly placed initial ref at the top right when DJ sniped the silo here. He was still able to come back and pull it back. GG, so both players went with the 5 ref, 2 strip, sell. The big difference is that Vicious was able to grind down and be patient over time and take out the left hand wing here, whereas DJ was only able to take out one of the harvs on the right hand side here. And then this frees up Vicious to keep the cash. DJ, in a kind of way to try and get back at that, was sell his second strip. get the 1k back, but it didn't quite pay out enough, and Vicious took the game. Well played, Vicious. Pretty good game. I haven't seen Vicious play in quite a while, so it's nice to see him. Take down the champ. GG's.
Battle.